Hello YouTube, this is Dirty Trucking, back home in Detroit. Now, this is going to be a very serious video. Every now and then, I get little comments on here that's a little bit out of the ordinary. Let me tell you something. Just in case for those who don't know, those young ones in trucking talking all this mess because they see a video saying I got terminated. Look, I've been in transportation since 1993. I'm your senior when it comes to trucking, if you a newbie and young. So those little comments you making, I just had somebody make a comment. What'd he say? He said, shut the fuck up. How you get fired on your day off? First of all, I was on a reset. That came off that reset Monday morning. Let me make myself perfectly clear. I got terminated because a driver called my company, Risinger Brothers. I'm not sure if that driver is off of YouTube. I'm assuming the driver is off of YouTube. Because the night before, which was Sunday, I got a message from somebody in a comment asking me, who do I work for? That's exactly all they said. Who do you work for? And I commented, Risinger Brothers. That next morning, I got up, sent a message. Is my dispatcher, whoever he is, working on me a load. Get a message back, said it'd be one shortly. While I was waiting on a load, I get a call from a lady from Risinger Brothers that oversees the whole company, the dispatch and everything else, and tells me this story that she got alerted by a driver about my YouTube page, and said she saw a video on there, told me it was vulgar, and I was calling the dispatcher out her name. No, I wasn't, and it wasn't vulgar. If it was vulgar, it wouldn't be on YouTube. So she told me she got to rewatch it again. Yes, rewatch it again. I said, because evidently you looked at the video, but you better make sure it's mine you looking at, because mine ain't vulgar. I cuss. I try to keep it to a minimum, but sometimes if I'm angry and it's heated, it just come on out. And I told her, I said, she said, this is what she said. She said, this is from Risinger Brothers. She said, I can't trust you. She said, what if it was one of our, she said, you're trashing her name. No, I'm not. How am I trashing your name? She said, because you said her name in the video. Yes, that's who I work for. Risinger Brothers. That's where I'm having a problem at. How am I trashing your name? She couldn't tell me. How am I trashing your name? See, when you say stuff like that, see, I like to flip that shit back on the people. When you say stuff to me like that, like I'm trashing your name, I'm mean, not nice, I'm aggressive, well, then you need to come with some key points. Who? Who have I been mean to? Who have I not been nice to? Who have I been aggressive to? And in 5 minutes, if you can't get me some names out to verify what you're talking, then I'm going to tell you to do like this person said on the comments. Shut the fuck. I'm going to say puck, not fuck. Shut the fuck up. Because you're over-exaggerating a situation, which y'all like to do. These companies I work for love to over-exaggerate a situation. Paint me out to be the bad person. I'm trashing their name. How? I'm on YouTube complaining about experiences I'm having at this company. That's not trashing your name. I believe the whole matter started because I asked you to get the change a tire on the doggone drives. And he told me that nonsense story about the tire, how it was buckled. And it turned into a fiasco. And my dispatcher agreed with what the head overseer over the mechanic said. Talking about if you be nice and stop being mean. I mean, I don't know what you were implying. How do I need to be nice to you? I'm in trucking. See, this is what you forget. This is the difference between a company driver and lease purchase. You got to do what the company say do. I don't. Difference between lease purchase and company driver. You work for your company. I don't. See, that's what they tend to forget in lease purchase. They act like that we work for you. No, you work for me. I signed a lease to pay money to attempt to buy a truck and run your loads to make money. Therefore, I don't work for you. Lease purchase does not work for the company. So, all these little comments from people who think that little money you getting in trucking is some hell of a shit, it ain't. Now, Risinger never let me get to the point to get the first check with a truck note out so I can see what kind of money I can make. If it be any difference than what I had at Western Express. And it was. So I have a copy of my upcoming settlement. And it was pretty decent. Pretty decent. More than I expected. And considering I took out a $200 cash advance. And I did the same thing over at Western Express and ended up with a $293 check with everything out. Over here, my check came out pretty decent. So, I'm going to clear about $1,200 if nothing changed between now and then. $1,200. So, but the majority of you think that's good money. Not when you leasing a truck. The majority of my money is going out to expenses and paying for that truck. That profit, let me tell you something. I had a local job here working Monday through Friday. In 1 week, my check was $1,000. So now, why would I go out there and lease a truck to get money that I can get here local? You know why I went out there? Because it got so messed up here local that my apartment was in jeopardy. So I had to go do what I needed to do to save my housing. Because you want to know why? At the end of the day, the only person taking care of me, giving a fuck about me, concerned about me, even cares about me, trying to pay the bills, who's always paid the bills, who's the only person paying the bills, is who? Me. So, that's why I don't listen to these little comments. You keep your comments, if you want to start talking stupid without facts. Now, you'd have heard everything was pretty clear in the video. What happened and why it happened. So, in just case you didn't understand the video, I'm going to say it again. That they said, the lady said from Risinger Brothers, that she got a call. And she said from a driver. Now, I don't know if it was a Risinger. I'm assuming it was somebody off of YouTube. Because like I said, that Sunday night, late that night, I got a comment from somebody on my YouTube page that just watched one of my videos. Asked me who did I work for. And I put Risinger Brothers. And the next morning, she's on my phone telling me she don't trust me. You're trashing the company's name. No, I'm not. I'm not trashing the company's name. I'm on YouTube complaining about experiences I'm having. Something people like to shut people up from. The rest of them sit up and suck up, ass kiss, and just let them do that to you, and you don't say nothing just to keep your check. I'm not that person. Now, that mechanic told me something wrong about that drive tire. I asked him to get it off. I was polite, businesslike. I wasn't aggressive, wasn't mean, wasn't nasty. But you know, when I got those people that run these fleet companies, and you know who I'm talking about, describing stuff that I'm doing, you know, I wasn't raised in their household. My household don't talk soft. We don't do timeouts. We don't do none of that. The way I was raised. You get your ass whooped, go in there and sit your ass down. That's what I get said to. Now, evidently, dealing with these fleet companies out here, I don't know how you expect me to be talking, but I talk just as professional as I can until you run a load of bullcrap on me like that mechanic did. And if I had pulled off that lot with that buckle in the sidewall of that tire and it had blowed or caused anything else, you know who that's going to be on? That's going to be on me. But you know what he was telling me? He said, well, just monitor it. If it get as big as a frog's throat in 90 days, then it'll be on them. No, by then it'll be on me. Because you know why? Because I done left the terminal knowing that tire was on there and knowing you was feeding me a load of bull crap. I've never in my life heard anybody tell me that a buckle was caused by a nail. A buckle in the sidewall of a drive tire was caused by a nail of a tire that was repaired. And when I asked where's the repair mark at, how you know it was repaired? How would I know? He said, you wouldn't. I said, why not? And he said, because the tire was recapped after it was repaired. So you telling me, this a load of bull he expected me to believe. You telling me that a tire, you sent this tire out, or however you telling me it got repaired, had to be sent out to somewhere to get repaired. They took the nail out, recapped it with new treads, and sent it back to you with a buckle in it, and you put it on this truck. And you expect me to believe that? If there's any repair to a drive tire, sidewall, it's supposed to be a triangular patch on there. Any idiot knows that. If there had been a repair, then I said, where? He started pointing in the tread, said the repair was in the tread. I said, no, it ain't. I said, I could bag this truck up right now and have that bulge straight up, and we could look right over the tread. That tire appeared to be the original tire that was on that truck. And for some reason, I don't know if that was the wire in there that buckled or what. The belt buckled or what. Something happened because it had a buckle in it. And the buckle was lengthwise of the tires from the top all the way to the rim. Eventually, it was going to blow. The heavier loads I pick up, the more it was going to buckle out. Then eventually, it's going to blow. It's going to have to get off there. And I'm not intending on dealing with no weight station being pulled in and hey, that's the first thing they're going to point out because I saw it walking up to the truck. That's how noticeable it was. Now, I saw it walking to the truck. But that's a load of story he told me. So I asked them to get it off. But see, this company, Rising Brothers, is non-refundable maintenance. Now, I'm just getting there. So this check that I will be getting with the truck note out, it would be the first check with maintenance money coming out. But this company controls the maintenance, which didn't seem like a bad thing until I asked to get the tire off. So, and that I'm not going to put up with. I don't care what they did, but these companies like to terminate me. You know why? Because I'm not tolerating the lies they're telling me. I say, you can exaggerate all you want, but at the end of the day, you lost a good driver. You exaggerated a situation to cover up what you and your employees were doing. Tried to make me look like a fool when I wasn't. And you thought saying the words terminated was supposed to mean something. Mind you, I was about to quit anyway. Because the guy that oversees dispatch had refused to change my dispatcher. Told me, we don't just change dispatchers for whatever. Is there a reason for it? Then I told him that she was agreeing with that head, that guy that oversees the maintenance department. Talking about I was being mean. I need to be nice, stop being mean, and that I'm aggressive. And she said, you know, I agree. Yeah, you come across aggressive. No, I don't. I'm writing a general message to you. How is that aggressive? Now, if anybody's aggressive, it's the way she talks to me when I try to ask her, can we change loads? Is there any other loads? No. That's how she talks. Aggressive. And I think I mentioned in the video, she talks to me like I'm her biatch. Which I did say. That's how she talks. Because if I asked her about any other loads or you know, they got you on pins and needles at the company asking, trying to switch a load, trying to get off a load. And I'm lease purchase. I'm no force dispatch. I shouldn't have any problem asking for another load. And you shouldn't be telling me that's the only load. And that's the way she was talking. That's why I said she was talking to me like I was a little biatch. Because the way she talked, every time I asked about a load. No. I told you before, like I've said before, that kind of terminology. Well, wow. That sounds aggressive to me. To somebody who's supposed to be no force dispatch and lease purchase. So, I don't care that Rising Brothers terminated me, because prior to that termination, I was about to quit. But the guy happened to call me back and said, would you, if I change the dispatcher, would you stay on board with the company? I said, sure, if you change the dispatcher. That's what I asked them to do in the first place. Then all this jumped off. But what they did was, he never changed the dispatcher. See, these companies, for some reason, like to play payback games, and they do the same shit that happened to me at a previous company. Now, I told them I had just left Western Express. They heard the whole story of how I left. Now, Western Express, I was turning the truck in. I did not want to turn the truck in on the weekend, so I turned it in on the Friday while the management was there. So, this company, let me tell you what they did. Now, I'm on YouTube. Told everybody I'm on a 34-hour reset. I told them I was fatigued, which I was. Been doing my shopping at Walmart. These bastards waited till I loaded all the truck up, spent up my money buying stuff for that truck. Then called me on Monday morning to terminate me. I mean, ain't this a blip? You could have done this Saturday. But mind you, now Saturday after I delivered that load that morning in Illinois, I called the terminal. Got some guy on the phone. I said, hey, you got a load, piece of load I can pick up and just drop up there in Morton, Illinois, and some other driver could take it? He like, no. I said, because I was trying to do my home time up, my reset up there. He said, I don't want you to come here. That's what he said. Now, how am I supposed to take that from this guy saying that? This is dispatcher. So we all know who run these fleet companies. So now how am I supposed to take him saying that? He don't want me to come there. You can't tell me where to go do my reset at. I'm lease purchase. And see, this is what this company is doing. And now, you can call yourself fighting back against videos. That ain't going to work for you. Because you know how many drivers are on YouTube talking about their experiences, showing videos of how the company terminated them and left them stranded. All this crap. But somebody, and I believe the individual is either somebody, he had to be somebody off my YouTube page. And I'm willing to almost say it may have been somebody from Western Express that was on my YouTube page. Because I seen somebody from Western Express called itself the ambassador there, comment on my page, making suggestions of other companies I should go to. Ain't that a blip? Ain't that funny? Ain't that some funny shit? The company that lied to me to get me down there. I didn't make no money. Ripped me off. I had to go find another company real quick. And here I am. I got somebody there that called himself the ambassador, which he's probably the trainer. I know who it is. One of the trainers there. Gonna make a comment and make suggestions for other companies for me to go to. Ain't that a blip? Somebody at Western Express. And I think it was somebody from Western Express that may have alerted the company, because I was making all those videos about Western Express, which was true. See, like I told a lady, I said, there was nothing in that video that was offensive. I said, first of all, what you're trying to do, you're going a little bit too far. And I got to put my foot down. That's for anybody, either on my page, out here in the streets. Let me tell you something. What you not going to do is retrain me how to talk. I'm talking professional. Now, I've told you how I get when I know somebody lying to me. And I suggest you not lie. So, but what Rising Brothers tried to do, not only are you going to tell me how I should talk up in there when I was already talking proper, now you're going to tell me how to talk on my own YouTube videos. Next, you'll be telling me how to write my stories. What to write. This got to be said like this. No, it don't. I have freedom of speech. Let me tell you something. This is 100% fact. If you don't do the bullshit, I won't be talking about it. Ain't that how that go? Now, had they just changed the tire, it wouldn't have never came to this. She wouldn't have been calling me. Well, then again, I don't know. Eventually they made her find out about the YouTube page. But by then, I probably wouldn't have been making the comments. I wouldn't have made that comment. You know why? Because they would have changed the tire like they were supposed to. So you gonna tell me? See, and this what happens to me up here in Detroit, Michigan. That little Chrysler mess they had that happened to me up here. Let them get away with some most heinous stuff to me. And they've been doing it year after year after year after year. They think it's funny. Ain't nothing funny about what they did. Ain't nothing funny about being terminated. And how dare you call me stupid? I'm 50 years old. How long you been in trucking before you tell me I'm stupid? How long have you held a CDL before you tell me I'm stupid? I had my CDL in 1993. I was 23 years old. I'm 50. How long you had yours? What kind of driving record you got? Can you match up to mine? Probably not. Before you start talking that mess. I don't like people to do that. Don't get on my YouTube page and make those kind of comments. Now, my page was to inform people about companies I'm at, or just talk about issues I'm having. More than likely, other drivers had the same issue. But then you want to make stupid comments. I don't do stupid comments. So, once again, my YouTube page is to inform and voice my opinion about stuff that's happening to me in the trucking industry. And you know why it ain't stopped in the trucking industry? Because people like the ones making those ignorant comments on my page talking about calling me stupid. Stupid? I could train you. I'm your senior. I done held a CDL before you even knew how to say CDL. Before you even knew what a CDL was for. Are you trying to call me stupid? See, and I hate that. They do that here in Detroit. Walk around, seem like they know your business when you get terminated. Then they walk around laughing, thinking it's funny. It ain't funny. Because it wasn't nothing but a setup in the first place. Why did she wait till Monday to call me? That tire issue happened on a Friday. No, on Thursday. And I requested a new dispatcher that Thursday. The guy calls me on Friday and asked me that I want to stay on board if he changed the dispatcher. I said, well, yeah, that's all I asked you to do in the first place. See, you make this difficult. Now you want to come back 24 hours, 48 hours later and restate something I asked you and try to put it in a manner that like this is the first time you'd heard of it. That's what I asked you to do in the first place. But you was too busy telling me I'm mean. See, what they're doing is, look, we're not in a date. I'm not dating you. See, and if I find out these trucking companies call themselves hiring me there because you think you finna match me up with somebody, I'm the company hoe. That's not me. I didn't come there for that. I'm a truck driver. I don't sleep around. I don't sleep around with truck drivers. That was back in the day. I sleep with who I want to. But I've been finding that is the issue here. And I'm thinking that's where the attitude is coming from. Where he's talking about I need to be nice. For what? First of all, I don't even live in your state. What are you talking about being nice? Let me tell you how the conversation went when I was at the window when he intervened. I'm at the window. This is my tone. Same tone I had when at the window. I slid the window to talk to the mechanic. Hey, can you tell me how soon the truck gonna be in for to get the tire off? I mean, I've been here since this morning when the garage was empty. I mean, he could have pulled it in then. I mean, but now all of a sudden they want to change the tire. But next thing you know, the mechanic tell me I'm gonna have to talk to the head mechanic, who was the one that told me he wasn't gonna change it in the first place. While he going to do that, he comes back to the window, and he said the guy said it's going to be 2 hours. 2 hours? I've been here 3 hours already. My load has arrived. So I'm finna be on this lot 5 hours for a simple one tire. So I asked the lady, I'm sitting on the computer, I said, well, can you email him, see if we can get this done a little faster? No, email him to get the message to him, but the mechanic ended up walking down there. He said, it's going to be 2 hours. You got to wait. Now I'm going to have to wait. You want to know why? Because they was pissed. Because I sent a message to my dispatcher. I said, I got in touch with a certified inspector and ran that story by him that mechanic told me about the tire, because I was feeling uneasy about it. I said, this guy's lying to me, and I know he is. And I need to get somebody else on the phone to verify this before I leave the company property. I'm on the company property. Because you know what they suggested? They suggested I take it to the weigh station. You know what would have happened then? If I'd have took it to the weigh station and they found something wrong, seriously wrong, or thought the issue was I shouldn't have been driving it. You know what happened? They had their DOT number. I said, I was at the company. Now, I got to stand there and tell the DOT officer, I was at the company. I told him to take the tire off. He told me it was okay. He told me to monitor it. Then if it gets like a frog throat, to let him know within the 90 days. Then it'd be on them. You think DOT gonna hear that? You think DOT gonna give up about that? No, they ain't. Because they're gonna write you the ticket. And then when you get back to the company, you know what's gonna happen? Because that was a verbal conversation, whoever you had it with, like I had with that guy, when it go down and I call back up there irate because I done got a ticket because of the tire, he goes, I ain't tell her that. He gonna flip up his story. He goes, I ain't tell her none of that. That's what he gonna say. I ain't say none of that. I ain't tell her that. He ain't gonna verify nothing. Because that's what dispatchers used to do. Used to get drivers to do stuff, run over their hours. They had it bad here in Michigan. Oh, one company here, Universal Truck. Bad here in Michigan. Abusing that 16-hour rule. I ran out of drive on a load here with a company with Universal. And I made it as far as Monroe, Michigan. Had to shut down. At the pilot. Get on the phone with the night dispatch. He said, well, you know you can use your 16-hour rule. I said, well, even with the 2 additional hours, I'm not going to make it back all the way to the yard. I'm going to have to shut down here anyway. But they ran my drive out, messing with the trailer and the truck issue in the first place. You abuse the 16-hour rule. They like to tell you you got 2 more hours you can drive. No, you don't. How you figure that? How you figure you got 2 more hours to drive? Because they made a 16-hour rule. That 16-hour rule is for emergencies. Weather, snow, something like that. That ain't because you ran out of hours because the company had you sitting around and ran your drive out. And they need to load back down to the yard. So now they're going to tell you to use the 16-hour rule. That's not what it's for. But they did that here in Michigan. But see, when I complain about that stuff, it go in one ear and out the other for the people here in Michigan that's supposed to regulate that. They don't hear that. He told me I can use my 16-hour rule to drive that load down to get it back to the yard. No, I can't. The weather was perfectly fine. It was wintertime. There was snow on the ground, not bad. Wasn't enough the way I was held up in traffic, the way I needed to implement an additional 2 hours of the 16-hour rule. See, dispatchers like to do that too. Get you to do stuff. They like to tell you that stuff over the phone. See, that's why I don't like them telling me nothing over the phone. Because whatever they tell me on the phone, and this is a good habit for you to get in practice of, and I learned this a long time ago. Whatever they tell you over the phone, I like to retype it back in Omnitracks, in their messages. I'll put their name and what they said. I said, so you saying I could do blah, 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 blah. And that's it. So if anything they told me is wrong, you got it right there in the messages. But 9 times out of 10, they won't get me to do it because I already know it's wrong. No. But these little comments here on YouTube, my YouTube page It's for information only. Now, if you want to go to Reinzinger, go to Reinzinger. I see what Reinzinger brothers never got the chance for me to do. I was waiting until I got a check with a truck note out to see what the money was looking like. But you terminated prior to that. Talking about I'm trashing the company. No, I'm not. I'm talking about what your mechanic told me about a tire. How's that trashing the company? Would you prefer a federal motor carrier tell you about it? What if a federal motor carrier made the same video? Now, I visited Reinzinger Brothers doing an inspection of the company. Had a mechanic peep the tire on a tractor. Had a mechanic tell me the issue with the tire. Told me about a nail and a recap, and they put it back on the truck. What if that video had been made by a federal motor carrier? Department of Transportation. What if they made it? Would you be calling them would you be saying to them the stuff you said to me? Talking about I'm terminated? No. See, they like to say that stuff to drivers because they can get away with it with drivers. But you can't get away with it with somebody in authority. Had I drove that truck, that tractor, down to the weigh station like they were suggesting for me to do, it may have been some issues. That's why I told them to get it off now. I foreseen a problem coming with that tire. It was already buckled. Get it off. I'm here at the terminal. Why don't you get it off? You keep in the driver's maintenance account so you can repair these trucks. So I shouldn't have any issue of coming in here with a tire that's suspicious or needs to be taken off, to be taken off. I shouldn't have had any problem, but they made it a problem. You know why? Because they wanted to get it to the termination space. Because you want to know why? Because I know he was telling me a load of crap. And people that know, drivers that knows they've been told a load of crap, they try to get them out the company. Because we the problem makers. Because we can make problems for you. Because we know that what you telling us is a load of crap. And you know, I know who I can report that to. So you want me out of the company. You want peace and quiet. No, you don't want, what it is, they don't want a disruption of the lies that they've been telling the drivers to get away with stuff. Been riding around here getting tickets off of something they done told you at the yard. Or I've had companies tell me, I've seen tires that was needing to be off because the tread was so low, it was at the DOT limit. You know what they told me? You know what they told me? We'll think about taking it off. We'll think about taking it off. You're going to think about taking the tire off. Maybe we'll take it off. And that was at Western Express. That was at Western Express. They showed me a tractor, told me it was ready to go. Had at least 3 illegal tires on it. Needed to go in the shop before I can take off with it. Told me it was ready to go. That's why I say these people in dispatch, these planners, these people, they appointed head people over their departments, have never driven a truck, don't know anything about trucks, and will tell you something that is highly illegal, and then you pull out of there and get a ticket. And then they not gonna vouch for you. They not. That's what they do. Because that guy that told me that at Western Express, he oversees the lease purchase department. He's the one to help you find a tractor if you're having an issue or not liking the tractors you seeing out on the yard. And this guy, they came and got me. Hey, Juanita, I want you in this one right here. This one is ready to go. I walked straight up to it and saw 3 illegal tires on it that needed to come off. But he said it was ready to go. That's what they do. But then when I confront him on it, well, I'm being aggressive. I'm mean. I ain't nice. No, what you did was you tried to get me to pull out that yard in a tractor with 3 illegal tires on it without putting it in the shop, so you ain't got to change no tires and do nothing. Then you was going to wait until the 30 days had passed for you supposed to be getting everything fixed on the tractor. And then you was going to hit my maintenance account. Had me paying for it. But see now, Risinger Brothers, now, the company was nice. They nice people. They put you nice, the hotel. The tractors compared to Western Express is 100% better. These tractors, you actually can go out there and get on and take off. The only issue I had on mine was the refrigerator was filthy. I don't know what that crap was in there. It took some scrubbing power to get that out. Bleach and some more stuff. That's the only issue I had. Now, their tractors are ready to go. But now, I thought mine was ready to go. I thought that was the only issue. Until I came back the next day, and they had it pulled up in the shop with the passenger door all tore apart. Told me the window was off track. It was? I didn't see that. The window was off track? Okay. Then I noticed a drive tire. Matter of fact, on the same axle, it was the right side front axle. The inner tire had a patch of rubber missing to where the threading was exposed, so it had to come off. I asked him, I said, how did this happen? No, it's rear axle, inner. I said, how did that happen? I said, how does stuff like this happen? He said, it might have hit a curb or something. I said, but you would think how that is, you should see some signs of it on the tire in front of it, the outer tire. So he had to take that tire off. See, I caught that before I pulled out of there. If I hadn't have saw that before I pulled out of there, and you got pulled in the DOT and they saw that, then you're out of service. You're going to get that tire replaced. See, but that's like what they like to do. They like to get you to go ahead and jump on the tractor, pull on out, and if you roll in it, this is lease purchase now. I'm not talking about company. But company drivers, you need to look out for this too. Now, y'all can think I'm talking bullshit if you want to, but I'm not. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've been around here long enough. I ain't got to be grandfathered in trucking. I know how to make America great on my behalf. And that makes sure my truck is properly inspected before I leave there. And that whatever they say they're supposed to fix in those 30 days, get fixed. But see, now, this is what Risinger never let me get to. Now, I done seen what my check gonna be. I told you it's gonna be about $1,200. That's with everything out. Unless something else between now and then. But it's gonna be about $1,200. So, but still,
You ain't never seen this, huh?
lease purchase, $1,200 is not good enough because I done spent out over probably about 22, 24. I ain't see how much the total deductions were, but it was probably up there to get that. So it's not worth it. I'm not able to get the money I want. I need to be a owner out, my own authority. That's what I need to be. My own authority with my own truck where I can get the money that the company actually gets off the loads instead of them paying me the $1 a mile for running the loads. I need the actual money they getting. That's what I need. I don't want the percentage of it. I want the actual money from me having my own authority. And until I can do that, it's going to be a problem in trucking. I'm going to either be quitting or you end up terminating me because the money not right. And the termination is not really because of the money not right. If the money not right, I just quit on you. I'm gone. I'm not going to stay there. There's no need me wasting my time like I did at Western Express. Western Express got 30 days out of me. Complete waste of my time. Made me look like a fool and an idiot. Believing that man. Somebody just telling me I'm being forthright and honest with you. Just kept saying it. And asked me, he said, how many dispatchers can be there? How many recruiters have been there with you? You've been telling me your issues you've been having in other companies. So I'm telling you that's not going to happen here. I'm being forthright and honest. This is what the recruiter said. Got down there, everything was a total lie. But then, wait now. If I say something in my authoritative tone, I'm being mean. No, that's not being mean. Let me tell you something. If you lie to me, I'm going to walk straight up to you and tell you lying to me. You could say that's mean. You could say that's not nice. You could say whatever you want to say. And I'm going to look at you and finish your sentence for you with the words, you a liar. You don't get to get... I'm supposed to be to you polite. You standing here lying to me. How do you supposed to speak to somebody standing there lying to you, and you know they lying to you? How do you really supposed to speak to them? Now, I ain't got to be mean and rude. I ain't got to be... I'm talking in my same voice. My voice is authoritative. As whole always has been. It's always going to be. To the day I check out this earth. I came in with an authoritative voice, and I'm checking out with the same voice. So I don't know what the problem is. What it is, they don't like being confronted in their mess, their lies. That's what it is. That's why I have problems. So don't call me stupid. I've been in transportation a long time. I started out in passenger buses. Then I got over in trucks. I didn't want to get over in trucks. Prior to me getting in the trucks, I was in the plant. I worked for one of the big three. So I done been around the block, and I had a taste of that good money. That's why I can tell you this money I'm getting lease purchase is not even... Lease purchase is rigged for you to fail. The money you getting in it is not right. You shouldn't even be leasing that truck. And now that these companies are starting to control their wording in their lease, ways to get the money off you, they're taking money off of you. And then telling me, like Reisinger Brothers told me when I was questioning them about that non-refundable maintenance account for lease purchase. I have never heard of that in my life. Now, I know they find ways to keep your money when you turn the truck in by coming up with bogus repairs that they claim they fixed. They didn't fix. They'll set their truck back out there and release it for the same lease term like you ain't never been on it. And they're not supposed to be doing that. They're not supposed to be, when you turn in a truck, releasing that truck for the same lease term over and over again. Because they're getting the same money over and over again. So if I stayed on that truck a year and turned it in, and it's a 2.5-year lease, you stick another driver on there, start another 2.5-year lease. You got a whole year of free lease money off of me, and then you finna get a whole nother 2.5 years lease off the new driver. That's how they staying afloat. See, that's why they don't want people like me there. I'm a money person. I'm money oriented. I like money. If I ain't got it, you got a problem. I got an attitude if I ain't got money. I don't like not being without money. I seek out and search big money. And if I can't get it, we got a problem. I got to leave. I don't like being without money. Because you want to know why? I've been independent all my life. There's not one man that put a ring on my finger. Now, I've had them ask. One wasn't right. The other one, it just didn't work out. Till I done got tired of dealing with it. That's why I'm not married. I'm 50 years old and not married. Don't want to be bothered with dating nothing. I ain't no bisexual. I ain't none of that. I just don't want to be bothered with it. But they seem to think when I get in the truck, and it seems like when they signing me on to these companies, that's what they be bringing me there for. I'm not here for that. And then when I don't go for what they're bringing me there for, I have a problem. I mean, really, was the issue about the tire? What was all that you got to be nice stuff? See, when I hear stuff like that, when they start talking stuff like that, I'm like, hold on. What are you talking here? Why I got to, what you mean be nice to you? I said, I'm lease purchase here. First of all, they forget that I don't even work for you. I signed a contract here. See, you know how many trucks I've been beat out of a lease purchase? How much money they got off me through lease purchase, and I don't own damn truck for this little nonsense that's going on now. And I'm sick of it. I done been beat out of several trucks. They get me on these trucks. I clean them up, get them all fixed up, because I'm mechanically inclined. I get these trucks all fixed up, spruced up. Then they start their mess. Then get me off the truck and hand it over to somebody else. That guy that got my truck from Western Express, he got on a perfectly clean truck. Perfectly clean. Because that's what they do. They get me out here, get me rolling in the trucks. I start identifying the mechanical issues with them. I get them fixed up. They mostly be using my maintenance money to do it. They use my maintenance money to fix the truck up. Then screw me out the truck. But I'm stupid. No, I'm not stupid. Stupid is leaving my home, trusting a recruiter who was lying. Stayed down there 30 days when I could have stayed here and been local. Now that's stupid. Stupid is leaving my home to get in lease purchase, knowing I ain't gonna get no more than local money as a profit. Now that's stupid. I don't care if I am trying to buy a truck. I got in trucking late in the game. I'm 50. I'm 50. Now, if I got in it when I was in my 20s, late 20s, I'd probably own me a truck. Probably be a baller trucker if I knew the ins and out. But I didn't know the ins and out. Got over lease purchase in 2014. I'm in a horrendous debt from it. Horrendous debt. From money these people talking about was good money. $1,200 is not good money in lease purchase if you spend out $2,500 to get it. $2,500. So I'm telling you right now. Now that's stupid. But that's how they got the industry rigged. That's how lease purchase is rigged. You spend out more than what you're able to get just because you're trying to buy that truck. And then, now, what if you don't buy the truck? You ain't bought the truck. You done put 2 years of lease money into that truck. Now what? Now what? You got to leave, go somewhere else, start all over again. You done put 2 years of lease money. Lease is weekly. Of your money into a truck you don't have anymore. They tell you, file it on your taxes. I don't get nothing back from my taxes. I'm in debt. I jumped out there now because I was about to lose my apartment. The jobs here was bullcrapping. Everything is a game with people. Jobs is a game. Where you talk is a game. Everything is a game. Let me tell you something. That game that's going on, that game these people playing, that game you think I'm playing, I'm not playing. I'm not playing no game. This is real life. It costs money to live. That stuff you doing, sitting me around, wanting me to look at people, you sniggling and giggling, thinking it's funny. I'm 50. I done worked all kinds of, but they think I job hop. No, I don't. I worked at Chrysler for 5 years. I drove a bus for 6 years. But they see me jumping jobs on trucks. It's a reason for that. There's a reason every trucker jumps job. Then you do stuff to try to make it look like I'm irate. She's a danger to everybody. We need to lock the doors when we see her. That's what Rising and Brother did when I got up there. They were calling me after she terminated me. She told me to call her when I get there, because they had already arranged the Uber to be on his way. And they got me a rental so I could drive home, which was nice of them. They made sure I got home. They didn't leave me stranded. Even though I would have got home anyway. I didn't want to take the Greyhound route. But they got me home. That was nice of them. But they were acting as if, see, that's how you know they've been telling you bull crap and been lying. Because now they thinking you finna come up there and confront them. You finna fight. Trust me, if I wanted to fight you, you already been fought. You wouldn't be looking for it. You'd be already experiencing it if I wanted to fight you. But what I don't like is a company I set up and trusted, told them my situation, that gets me there, and then your personnel there starts the same crap. All to get me terminated. That's the terminate Juanita game. You think it's funny? Walk around here in the city of Detroit now. Hey, people just looking like they know what happened to me on the job. How you know my business? Is you on my YouTube page? You not even in trucking. How you know what happened to me? That's what I be looking at. How you know to be sniggering and giggling? Is your paycheck trucker paycheck? I was trying to run a business. This game that they playing, You playing a dangerous game. This ain't no regular job, W-2. I was signing contracts to lease trucks. That's an investment. I was investing myself in money I was going to have to generate from running miles to pay for that truck. And you done screwed me out of all these trucks. All that money. And you around here sniggering and giggling. Well, she's stupid. I ain't stupid. You stupid. Because you don't know the game. You think you know the game. You trying to tell me the game. I've been in this game. I ain't been in the trucking game longer than you. But I know about this game. I ain't no book person. I'm street and book. And got a criminal justice degree. So who's stupid? I got a criminal justice degree. Associates, criminal justice. Graduated, top of the class. A's in all my classes. Taught by law enforcement. But I didn't get off into it. They said I could use it in trucking. Yeah, it's come in handy when I know they be telling lies to me. But see, these companies, they don't like the drivers like myself. You know, my looks. They don't like drivers, you know, telling them they doing something wrong and making demands for them to stop doing it or get stuff fixed and all this other stuff. So let me tell you, but Ryan's ain't here. This is why I see things. If I had to stay there and I got terminated, I'd be dead. I ain't gonna say the word. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna sit there and let you collect maintenance money off of me, and then I pull in your garage wanting something fixed, and you gonna tell me we gonna look at it, take a look at it, we'll let you know if we can fix it with my maintenance money. See, that's what they doing over there, but they said the drivers seem to like it. They like having money to have the stuff fixed. You don't have money to get the stuff fixed. They have your money in fixing stuff with it. Get it right. Get the story right. They worded it to you to make it seem like it was so wonderful. It sounded good, and it did. Pull up to the garage, you just put a tire on, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing. It sounded wonderful until I tried to pull up there and get that tire taken off, and they gave me hell about it. I actually had to get on the phone with the Department of Transportation and the Federal Motor Carrier. So, and I looked at this. Okay, who's stupid? Now I'm gonna pay a $599 a week woman, but you calling me stupid, broke, and all this. I gotta run miles to generate that. Can you pay for a truck $5.99 a week with the insurance and fuel? But you calling me stupid and broke and dumb. I got to generate this in miles. I'm spending out over $2,000, $2,200 a week. Just get a $1,200 check. Highest I ever got was about maybe $1,700, and that's still not good because I'm spending out over $2,500. But these people walking around here in the streets with their little regular W-2 jobs, laughing, sniggering, and giggling with me, I got to run the miles to make the money to pay for that stuff. My truck note was $5.99 a week. That was just that truck. I had a truck, my Kenworth was $6.95 a week. That's a week. That's your check. I got to run that. But y'all laughing, she's stupid. She ain't got no money. She broke. No, I ain't broke. I'm trying to run a business, but I can't. I see now. I peeped it. I should have never came back out here. When U.S. Express did to me what they did to me last April, terminated me for no reason in Olive Branch, Mississippi, I should have never came back out here. But see, this is the game they play with me. They do stuff here in Detroit that mess me up on my local jobs, interfere with my income. Now my housing is in jeopardy. Now I got to jump up and go do something to save my housing. And then after I get out there and get back on the truck, all of a sudden I'm staying gone too long. Now they're going to do stuff out there to force me back. Like I got a man here, a husband, or somebody here is pursuing me. Let me tell you something about that pursuing me. You can only pursue me if I want you to pursue me. Ain't nobody here in Detroit, no state, pursuing me. Because I've already told you, I have no interest in nothing but money. Until I get myself straight. I'm 50 years old, and you got me in the worst debt ever at 50. And I used to say this when I worked at Chrysler. I stood there on the lines. I'm not going out there and trucking. Sitting up there running, making money that you could stay home every day. You're going to be gone every day. I'm gone every day. You know how long you got to be gone before you can come home? Especially if you company. You got to at least be gone 21 days. Some of them is 14 days. When I got out there, you had to be gone. When I first got out there, you had to be gone 28 days before you can come home. That's when I got out there. But I'm stupid. I don't know nothing. I'm dumb because I got terminated. You know how many times I've been terminated? U.S. Express terminated me for no reason. I filed a complaint against them. If I had the money to sue them, I would. If I can get the money to sue. If I can find an attorney right now to sue them, I will. I want all that lease purchase money back. It's quite a few companies I need to sue. Now, Reisinger Brothers, I was evaluating. I wanted to get to the point to see what the money was going to look like. See, because they told me, you do better here in the money. And was right. But what I'm not going to do is sit up there and brag off a check that was off of bonus pay. When you get in trucking and lease purchase, at least your first 2 weeks is bonus. They ain't taking nothing out as far as truck note, nothing. So that's your 2 biggest checks supposed to be. That's why I didn't understand at Western Express why my checks was looking like they was on the first 2 free weeks. I didn't have no money. But I got here at Reisinger, I did. That first check was looking nice. That was where it was supposed to be. See, but this point I didn't get to at Reisinger. They talking about I was trashing the company. No, I'm talking about what I'm experiencing because of your mechanic that told me something that was unbelievable. And probably would have and could have gotten me a ticket. The tire could have blew, anything. Anything. I wanted it off. I do preventative stuff myself. I'm looking at it. Why not get it off now? I didn't see a problem with that. You taking the driver's maintenance money. You know how many years they've been in operation? How many drivers that came through there? Now, some of them have paid their truck off. Now, get this. If you pay your truck off, they told me, and if you stay on with the company, that maintenance money that they're collecting off you, it goes over into your owner-operator account. Do you get that back? No. You ain't getting none of that back. You ain't getting none of that back. So, you mean to tell me, let me tell you why this is so stupid, lease purchase. At first, I thought it was good. I love trucks. That truck I just she got me off of. And it was a nice truck. I'm not a fan of it. I had a Volvo. I'm not a fan of it. A 2019 Volvo. The truck was nice. I'm not really a fan of Volvo, but that truck was nice. It ain't like I ain't driven one before, but I'm not a fan of Volvo. Anyway, I get on the truck, get comfortable with the truck, then went to Walmart, started buying all my stuff. I posted a video that weekend on my 34 reset I was doing. How I just stocked up the truck. You sent me there. That company sent me there over the weekend on purpose. I didn't know who my new dispatcher was, which I should have known by Friday before they left. That's why I knew that guy was lying. And this was a setup. I believe they already knew about my YouTube page. I came in there telling them. I said, hey, I talk about this stuff on my YouTube page. About stuff that I experienced with these companies. So, whether they listen to it or not, I don't know. But they told me, that's what she's telling me, that a driver called her, and alerted her to my YouTube page. Now, why would a driver do that? And I asked her, who's the driver's name? She don't have his name. So you gonna tell me a driver called because, hey, I want to take legal action. Because you got on my YouTube page watching my videos. You probably don't even work at Reisinger. And you decided You gonna do some malice, dirty trucking to me. You gonna call my company deliberately and tell them about my YouTube page. Like I was doing something wrong. I'm not doing nothing all the rest of the drivers doing. I'm not doing nothing wrong. So this so-called driver that she has no name for called the company. Told them about my YouTube page. She said she watched the video. She told me, I called a dispatcher up. What she say? She said I used the word fuck something. I said, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Now, I was cussing in there. And see, this company likes to, I noticed that at this company. They like to exaggerate stuff. Same thing that guy said. The one that was supposed to be changing my dispatcher. He said, I was in the office when that took place. I heard everything. And he said, yeah, you saying, he said, bitch, or something he said I said. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, this makes no sense. I know what I said. Now you putting words in my mouth. You almost got to stand there with your own recorder. See, one day I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to catch them in a trick bag. I'm going to be recording the whole thing. And then I'm going to just wait till they start their little crap again, trying to terminate me. And then they're going to bring an incident up. Talking about I said this and this, this and this. Oh, hold on. Well, wait a minute. I did? Really? Okay, you sure about that? You want to make a bet on that? You sure? I bet your termination that you lying on me. No, I'm not lying. You did say that. No, I didn't. You want to know why? Here's the tape. Oh, I'm going to play the tape. Where in this tape did I say that? Where, even with the lady, she said, I got to rewatch the tape. So you going to get on my phone, terminate me about something you said I said in the tape. And no, you just terminated me because the tape was made, period. Because Risinger name was put in it. And then she said, then she went to say, she said, what if one of our customers did something? You going to trash your customer? And I'm thinking to myself, are you expecting your customer to do something? I said, I don't do anything about your customers. Now, the only company I was with, well, Western Express. I was at a Costco's. And they were talking to me in some, I don't know what they call themselves doing. But they were taking all the Caucasian drivers ahead of me when I was there overnight. And was told I was going to be the next person in the door. Caucasian male pulled up there. Asked me, was I waiting to get unloaded? I said, yeah. And he went in. Next thing you know, he comes back out. I see him getting his truck and he's backing up to a dock. So I go in there. This is at a Costco over in New Jersey. And I go in there. I say, hey, you told me I was the next truck to go in. She said, well, that's our paper truck. He was late. And they told him to put him in the dock. Wait a minute, I'm here on time. They would have unloaded me yesterday, but they were in such a rush. But it didn't matter to me. Because my appointment was 6 a.m. the next day anyway. But she said her manager told her to do it. So he comes up there. I said, I was told I was going in the dock. Why did you put this? He was late. He was late. He was late. And you put him ahead of me. He was late. And then told me what pissed me off, the reason why I sent a message to the company, what pissed me off. It's not the fact that he was late that they put him in the dock. It's what she said afterwards. I said, well, when I'm going to get in the dock, she said, I get to you when I get to you. This is a Caucasian lady telling me this. This is what I'm experiencing out here. But they don't want you to talk about that, tell that. You're aggressive, being mean and nasty. You need to be nice. I need to be nice to get treated nice, is what they're saying. I came in there nice. I spoke to you nice. Then she had nerve to tell me, why did you get here so early? I said, I got here last night. The Costco was in a mall up in New Jersey. There's no parking. Anybody who's been to New Jersey knows there's no parking in New Jersey. So I shut down there overnight. I got there in time. They're able for my 10-hour break when it was up. I can get up and get in the dock at 6. I had no problem. I was there on time. I had no problem. Everything was fine. I checked in, let them know I was out there. They told me I could sit out there in the lot. And that's what I did until they come in that morning. She told me These are her exact words. I'm going to get to you. We get to you when we get to you. That's what she told me. Oh, you're going to get to me when you get to me. Okay. I said, I'll tell you what. I'm going to send a nice little message to my company and let them know what you just did. You took a driver ahead of me, and then you told me you're going to get to me when you're going to get to me. After telling me I was supposed to be next in the dock. Then the manager comes in. Oh, well, we're going to get you in the dock now so we can get you out of here. That's how they start talking to me. That's why they get the videos. That's why you get the videos. Because you start talking to me in that manner. I didn't come in there talking to you in that manner. I love arriving on time with their loads. Get your load. Here it is. What dock you want me in? I come in there pleasant. I have good customer service with these customers. I've been in trucking a long time. But when I deal with them customers that like to call themselves putting me in my place, making me last, we gonna get to you when we gonna get to you. Oh, really? Yes, yes, boss. Yes, boss. I'll wait right here outside your door. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir, boss. I'm gonna take the seal off truck. Yes, sir. No problem. Be 2, 3, 4 hours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, ma'am. Yes, sir, ma'am. That's what they've been doing. That's the way they talk to me. That's why you get these videos. That's why you get the attitude. Because when you talking to me, I didn't come in there with a tone acknowledging that you Caucasian. The whole trucking industry is. I come in there pleasant. This company was nice. Reisinger was nice. The recruitment was nice, though they left out some stuff. And that's another thing. Now, I'm not saying not go to Reisinger. Reisinger, you potentially probably make some money. It may not be what you're looking for, but it'd be sure a hell of a lot better than Western Express. And the trucks you can actually get on and get off. But what I didn't like, and what I knew the orientation guy was in on some mess, after orientation, he gave you the keys, told me what trucks, gave me some truck numbers to go look at. Went out there and looked at the truck, so he gonna give me an old Western Express looking truck. I went out there and looked at the truck. Truck looked like it been in an accident. Somebody done overbent it and broke the fin back there. They broke something on the fin back there. So you gonna give me a truck that look all beat up. Why? You know why? Because that recruiter I talked to, I told her what I was experiencing at Western Express, what the trucks was looking like, and all that. She done communicated with her co-workers. And then when it came their turn to have some dealing with me during orientation and after, they called themselves, was going to pull the old Western Express bull crap on me. And that's why I didn't understand why that guy was mentioning that I was being mean and I need to be nice. You've been that way since orientation. He wasn't even in orientation. He wasn't even there. But let me tell it, you were being mean in orientation because the first truck you sent me out to look at was damaged. Why would you do that? An accident-prone truck. I'm not an accident-prone truck. I don't tear up trucks. They tear up my trucks. So, I'm back home in Detroit. I'm give you a little tour downtown because I'm down here. I ain't got no money coming in. I got my one last check coming from this company. That's it. So I got to figure out what I'm going to have to do. But what I'm not going to do is dealing with this stuff anymore. That OTR stuff with that lease purchase, dealing with these fleet companies, I'm not dealing with it no more. Because I'm tired of the way those people talking to me. And I'm tired of those people flipping the script talking about I'm talking to them in an inappropriate manner. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You done said something to me that was a lie. And I checked you about it. Point blank. And I'm not going to get no nicer than that when I tell you. And they go for anybody. You act like we dating or something. I'm not. This is not a date. I ain't got to talk to you like you my boo. You ain't my boo. You ain't my boss. You ain't my nothing. You just an individual that works at a fleet company that I signed a lease at to be an independent contractor. Which means I don't work for you. My dispatcher works for me. And I'm not going to have a dispatcher with ill feelings about me dispatching me. See, that's what's going on in trucking now with lease purchase. They too controlling. Yeah, we lease purchase, but you treating us like company. And you can't do that. That's a problem. What you're doing is illegal. You can't do that. That non-refundable maintenance account, you can't do that. That controlling me with loads, you can't do that. Telling me where to go to fix the truck, you can't do that. I don't have access to my own maintenance account without going through you, getting approval, or you looking at what's wrong to give me approval. You cannot do that. So I don't know what trucking world you call yourself in where you to convince yourself you can. Maybe they don't know. Ain't found out. Something got to be going on. Because this stuff you're doing, you can't do. All these companies that have been controlling lease purchase drivers. You telling us we're lease purchase, but we're not. We're really company, but you getting us to pay for your trucks that's sitting on your yard. You making us believe that we lease purchase. You giving us the illusion that we're lease purchase, but we're really being treated like company drivers. So again, to that person that said I was stupid, no, you better get your facts straight. I ain't nowhere near stupid when it comes to dumb mess going on and being told lies. Now, you may tolerate it because a lot of folks do. They just turn the other cheek. They don't care. They just want their check. I do care because I'm tired of people using me, making a fool out of me, and then turning around fippling script and saying it was me and my attitude. No, you've been lying. See, that's what's wrong with the world today. It's too much lying going on. You ain't trying to make no changes here. You get on here preaching about change. We finna change. No, you ain't. You want to know why? Because here I am, a person communicating stuff that needs to change. Lies is being told. And you don't give a shit. You ain't trying to change nothing because you letting these people continue to do the same thing year after year after year. How many times I've been terminated? How many times I've been on Facebook complaining? How many times they've been doing the same thing to me over and over again? And now this little gang stalker stuff. I mentioned that. Most of y'all don't know about that. That's some old school stuff. You need to Google that and find out about that. Because if some of y'all been experiencing the stuff that I said these people do, or your research you find out these people doing, now you know what the terminology is. It's gang stalking. Group of individuals going around doing some dumb stuff to people that ain't been caught, thinking they invincible, above the law. And the law ain't doing nothing because they doing it in a manner where the law can't do nothing. But that needs to change. That stuff they're doing is highly illegal. Getting keys to my truck, going in my truck, scratching up stuff, taking my personal belongings, some stranger? No. This ain't no thief doing this. This is organized. This is gang stalking. And it's in trucking. I've dealt with it here in Michigan, in Detroit. That's when I first learned the terminology back in 2017. Now, I heard of what they were doing, but didn't know the name of what they were doing. So I just sat at home one day in 2017 and Googled what I was experiencing. My documents was coming up missing, switched. My socks was coming up missing, then they'd just reappear. They was coming in my apartment, doing it on my truck. I can't never catch them on camera. So I started Googling stuff I was experiencing. And the Google came back with the word gang stalking. And then when I researched it, oh my God. When I seen the videos of these people talking about what's been going on with them, that noise I had been getting here in 2017 here in Michigan. Michigan has a law against electronic harassment noise. But it started here in Michigan. I complained to everybody. Did they do anything? No. There's a law here against that. That is illegal. And it started here in Michigan. That's why I first heard it. That's where it first began. I ain't lived nowhere else but Michigan until I went down to Mississippi. But the noise started here for me. In Michigan, Detroit, 2017. Electronic harassment. It's a ringing noise. It sounds like a TV coming on. They turn it up and down. I was hearing it at the orientation. And I could tell they was hearing it because I heard the lady say, "What's that?" I could tell when other people hear that noise. That's all a part of the gang stalking. That's what they do. But when I tell it, they say I'm crazy. They try to label me crazy. They try to label people crazy that talk about that. I'm not crazy. You're covering up something that's going on that needs to stop. And it's affected my job. It's affected my finances. It's affected my living. And you need to be held accountable for it. And you need to pay for it. So, who's stupid? I'm out here fighting a good fight. What you doing? Calling me stupid.